In this video, I will demonstrate how to calculate the magnitude of a 3D vector. Let's say, for example, that we have vector b that is 1 times 10 to the power of 2 minus 2 times 10 to the power of 2, and the z component is 3 times 10 to the power of 2. Now, I chose this vector because it has a number of different properties. The y component, this second number right here, is a negative number. I have the minus sign. And also, all three components have a 10 to the power of 2. So this calculation will show you how you can deal with these kind of numbers in vectors. So when you want to find the magnitude of a vector, we use this symbol, the two vertical lines, to indicate that this quantity that we're calculating now is the magnitude, and this number is equal to the square root of the x component of the vector b squared plus the y component of vector b squared plus the z component of the vector b squared. So what I need now is to take the x, y, z numbers from here, from this vector, and plug them into this equation. So what I need to do is calculate the square root of 1 times 10 to the power of 2 squared, and here be careful because you have to take the square of the entire component, and then I have minus 2 times 10 to the power of 2 squared. And again, you have to be careful because you have to include the minus sign as part of this argument. It has to be inside the parentheses, and then you take the square. And the last one is 3 times 10 to the power of 2, and again squared. So this is the calculation I need to do to find the magnitude of the vector b. And then I move on. So I have the magnitude of vector b is equal to the square root. Here I have 1 times 10 to the power of 2 squared. This will give me essentially 10 to the fourth. And the way that I did this, I said I have to have 1 to the power of 2, which is 1, times 10 to the power of 2 times 2, which gives me 10 to the fourth. And then I also have the square of the minus sign. It is minus times minus, so that becomes a plus. I get rid of the minus sign. 2 to the power of 2 gives me a 4, times 10 to the power of 2 to the power of 2 gives me 10 to the fourth again. And I can show you right here perhaps the way that I do these calculations. If you have 10, let's say 10 to the power of 2, and this number is to the power of 2 again, this is equal 10 2 times 2, which is 10 to the fourth. That's how I get this 10 to the fourth power. And then the last one is 3 to the power of 2, which gives me 9, times 10 to the power of 2 to the power of 2, which gives me 10 to the fourth. And now we need to add these numbers and then take the square root. And if you do this calculation, you will find that the magnitude of the vector b is 370. This is the process that you need to use whenever you calculate the magnitude of three-dimensional vectors. Now, keep in mind, if you have one of these components to be the number 0, this makes your calculation easier, as you don't have to calculate x squared or perhaps y squared or z squared.